So you found a new community you would like to build a home in. That's great news. Now you need to start the process of choosing your model, lot, and upgrades. So I'm going to give you some tips on what to avoid and where you can save some money. Hi everyone, Kim Devlin here with the Kim Devlin team in St. Augustine, Florida. If you've never been here before, my channel is all about the wonderful places, neighborhoods, and things to do, and of course real estate in the Northeast Florida area. So if this is where you're looking, then this is a good place to start. So you found the community you want to build a home in. You toured the model and it looks great. The problem is the model isn't the base price that is being advertised. It's probably about $100,000 more because of all the upgrades, which might include top of the line quartz countertops, crown molding, upgraded appliances, built-in bookshelves, and tray ceilings, which are all upgrades, and those upgrades add up. It is important to keep all of this in mind when deciding on options for your home, whether structural or design upgrades. After you found the community you want to live in, you and your realtor will sit down with the builder agent and go over your options at the time of contract for your new construction home. That's going to include the model, the lot, and the structural upgrades. So the first thing you need to do is figure out which floor plan you want. Every builder is different and not every floor plan will work on every lot. So choose the floor plan first. But it is important to remember there's a base price of that floor plan, and that floor plan comes with standard features and finishes. Second thing you need to choose is your lot. Lots will vary and come in at different price points. Some will have a wooded preserve in the back offering more privacy, and some might be on a pond. These types of lots will come with a higher premium, which is then added to the base price of the home. Do you need to get a home on a preserve or a pond? Well, most of my buyers like the idea of not having someone right behind them, so it does have some value, but it'll depend on what the lot premium is and where you are located. But on average, it doesn't really matter, and depending on your budget, you should focus more on the floor plan and your design options. Now, if you are looking to install a pool in the future, you may need to upgrade your lot to one with more depth to accommodate the pool. Now that you have the model and lot chosen, let's look at the optional upgrades, and I'll tell you which ones I would recommend and which ones may not be worth it. Let's start with the structural upgrades. These are the items you will go through at the time of contract, and these upgrades will be added to the home's base price along with the lot premium. Number 1, elevation. What is the elevation? This is what the outside of your home will look like. There is always one standard elevation, maybe two that come with every model at no extra cost. Depending on the cost of this upgrade, you may want to forgo this option and use that money towards other structural and design options. But there are some cases where upgrading your elevation is a good idea. And that is if, let's say, you want a front porch. Because a front porch is super important to you. Because there is nothing you love more than sitting out front with your morning coffee. If that's the case, then upgrade your elevation. But if you are choosing an elevation just because it has some stone veneer or some board and bat siding on the second story of the home, I don't recommend it because you will likely not see a return on this type of upgrade when you go to sell the home in the future. Now, there is only one reason why you may be forced to upgrade your elevation, and that is if the homes adjacent and across to the lot you chose are the same model and same elevation. Builders want to keep the homes looking somewhat different from each other, so if someone next to you already chose the standard elevation, then changing the elevation on your home will be required. Number 2. Covered lanai. This isn't something that is standard with every builder and model. So if there's not a covered lanai included on the model you chose, then this is one upgrade I would recommend. This is essential when living in Florida. It's also much more cost effective to do it now rather than later. This will allow you to screen in your lanai very easily after you close on the property. And when it comes to screening in the lanai, I don't recommend doing it with the builder because you could do it later for much less. Now, there's usually an option to extend this lanai and double the size of it. If that is an option and outdoor living is important to you, do it. There is value in outdoor living spaces, and buyers love having a protected area for outdoor furniture and staying out of the Florida sun. With that being said, this leads me to number 3. Is the outdoor kitchen option worth it? I'd recommend having the electric, water, and gas line run to the area where you would like to build an outdoor kitchen, but not necessarily have the builder do it because you may not like what the builder offers. Maybe you want to plan it differently or you have a specific grill in mind. As long as you have the electric, gas, and water run to the area, you can have this done afterwards and customize it to your liking. So definitely ask the builder those questions first to see what's included before committing to the full build out. Number 4, plumbing rough-in for a water softener. Honestly, this is usually no more than $500 and totally worth it. The water in Florida is tough on fittings, faucets, appliances, and your glass shower enclosure. So having this as an option is a good one and will add value. Number 5, electrical upgrades. Most builders have you decide this during the first appointment and consider it structural, and some builders will have you choose this at the design center. Either way, this is an important area to consider. The house will come with standard lighting, usually recessed in the kitchen and some in the living area, and there will be pre-wires in all the rooms to add ceiling fans or light fixtures, but you may want to add more lighting, and I recommend doing so at this appointment. You can add 2 or 4 packs of recessed lighting in your living room, master, den, anywhere else you want them. Buyers love a well-lit home, and it is easier to add now than it is later. If you want dimmer switches, this is something you can easily add yourself after you close on the home, but if the cost is comparable to what it would cost with the builder, then definitely do it. Number 6, the Gourmet Kitchen. If you absolutely love to cook and must have your wall oven, go ahead and add it. But if not, just go for the standard kitchen with your all-in-one stove range combo appliance. With most builders, if you upgrade to a Gourmet Kitchen, you are having to automatically upgrade the cabinets too, and this can get costly. If you want to upgrade your appliance instead, you can certainly do so for a lot less than a full Gourmet Kitchen upgrade. But if you do have a budget for this upgrade, it is much less expensive than a kitchen remodel later. Number 7, walk-in shower upgrade. This is a must upgrade if you need to change a standard tub in your bathroom to a walk-in shower. If you have someone that will be living with you that cannot step over the tub, make this upgrade during this appointment. Number 8, the sink in the laundry room. Having this plumbed with a standard slop sink is the cheaper way to go, and I think more cost effective than having the builder put in the cabinetry. But do your research first on what it would cost for a standard cabinet with a sink at Home Depot. I've seen a builder charge thousands for a simple cabinet and a sink, and you could probably do it for much less afterwards. But the plumbing is definitely something you will want to add if a sink in the laundry room is a must-have. Number 9, tray ceilings. If the model you chose comes with standard 10-foot or higher ceilings, don't waste your money on adding tray ceilings. If the standard is 9 feet, you may want to upgrade the living room and maybe your master to give it a more grand feeling, but I don't see a lot of added value in a tray ceiling overall. Number 10, optional square footage. If you want to add an optional bedroom or a third car garage, this is the time to add it. A lot of these floor plans will have the option for, let's say, a flex space or 4th bedroom. This is definitely something you will need to add at the time of contract to avoid change fees with the builder later. Once your home plan is approved and the builder has the permit, there are no changes that can be made. And keep this in mind for future resale. If you had to choose between a flex space or a bedroom option, a bedroom will always have more value in resale because it has a dedicated closet, but can still be used as an office or a bedroom if needed for a future buyer. So these are the structural upgrades to consider when you sit down to write the contract. Now let's head to the design center and see where you should focus your upgrades and where you can save some money. First thing you must do before going into the design center is make a list of your must-haves and do your research online prior to going in your design appointment. Look into what the prices of lighting fixtures, faucets, countertops, flooring, etc. are at your local home improvement stores and know what you like so you can compare to what options are available at the design center. Design center options come at a premium, so always look at what the cost is at the design center and what the cost would be if you did it on your own. This will help you decide which upgrades you will want to do at the design center and which upgrades you will hold off on and do later. Keep in mind that it is very easy to get carried away at the design center. Everything is shiny and new, and you're going to want to upgrade everything when you are there. So it's really important to stick to your list or you'll drive up the price of your home very quickly. I'm going to give you some items to focus on and tips on where you can save some money to use elsewhere. First thing you'll want to focus on is your flooring. The main living areas will normally come with a hard surface level 1 flooring. This could be tile or laminate. Typically, you will want to upgrade this to a higher level to either a nicer tile or a luxury vinyl plank or even wood. This is definitely something you should do. If I had to choose one, it would be the vinyl plank because it's low maintenance, it's forgiving on your joints, and there are so many options. This is where I would suggest definitely leveling up. Flooring will get the most wear, and choosing one that will do well over the years that has a classic look and won't go out of style is key. If the main area is carpeted, then you may want to consider doing the upgrade afterwards on your own since carpeting is easy to pull up. Your bedrooms will come with standard builder grade carpet. If you don't have the money to upgrade this to match the flooring in the common areas and you like the carpet in your bedrooms, then just take the standard carpet. But I would recommend upgrading the carpet pad so it's more comfortable and feels more luxurious. The carpet is something you can upgrade later easily at a lower cost. The second thing is your kitchen. Let's face it, it's the heart of the home. So you definitely want to use your design funds here. If the builder is offering 30-inch height standard for upper cabinets, definitely upgrade to 42-inch. You don't only get more storage, but it looks so much better. These cabinets will also come in standard colors, which are always going to be wood tones. So if you want a painted cabinet such as white or gray, do that upgrade. However, if you need to save some money and there is a center island, choose a standard color at no added cost for the base of the center island and upgrade the wall cabinets to the painted color you desire. It'll look beautiful, but save you some money to use elsewhere. For example, maybe you want to upgrade your countertops from standard granite to a higher level quartz. This may allow you to do so. And let's remember that your master bath should be upgraded to your liking as well. So upgrade your cabinets and counters and maybe even your flooring too. But when it comes to the other bathrooms, consider some of the standard options for cabinetry and countertops for your guest and kids bath. Now let's just go back to countertops. Your standard options are likely granite or quartz, but leveling up will get you more options with different veining, patterns, and colors. So if you want to upgrade your counters, again, I recommend focusing on your kitchen and your master bath and consider the standard options elsewhere. The next thing to consider is your lighting and plumbing fixtures. When it comes to lighting fixtures, ask yourself if you can get something just as nice at your local home improvement store. But if the cost is not that significant, go ahead and get that light fixture at the design center. Same goes with plumbing fixtures. If you want gold fixtures or oil rub bronze, what is the price difference at the design center? Keep in mind that if you go with standard options and make these changes afterwards, you may need to hire a plumber or an electrician, and that's an added cost, which might not be worth it. So do your research before going into your appointment. There are so many options to upgrade your home, but you need to figure out what your budget is, what's most important to you, and what items you can take care of later. If there are any items I missed that you want to discuss, just give me a call. My phone number is in the description below. Buying new construction can be an overwhelming process, but it doesn't have to be as long as you go into it with good guidance and research beforehand. If you have questions, you know where to find me. I'm always happy to help. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will catch you on the next one.